Hi guys! So I'm here with book haul and to show some books that a new friend picked for me. But let's start with the book haul. If you remembered I don't know if it was last month or the month after that, I did a book haul with some books that I got from second-hand old stuff type of fair that happens in the park near me, and I went there again, and it was not as successful. Successful. That sounds wrong, but you guys know what I mean. It wasn't as good as last time, but I got 4 books and I want to talk about them. First one is one of the Choose Your Own Adventure that I also got last time. If you guys know, I get these books because I like to play Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons and all of that type of thing, and sometimes you just want to do a little session on your own, so these books are fun. And because of the artwork that's inside them and on covers and all of that, this one is not so good. The name in English is the Starship Traveler. In Portuguese is the Lost Spaceship. Not exactly the same thing. The cover is one of these very old school type of drawings that it's kind of strange, and the artwork inside is not great. So, for example, it's really not great, and the other examples are really lazy. It feels really lazy. So I got this one because I want to try all the books from this collection that I can get my hands on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep them all. I'm just gonna keep my favorites. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about it. Once I'll have to like try them all and then see, and probably gonna get rid of the ones that I don't like as much. So the sci-fi ones are probably ones that just not gonna cut it. This one, it was my mother that saw it, and it's also in Portuguese. But it is a book that is shaped. The cover is shaped like a letter, like an envelope, and you have on the what is supposed to be the flap on the other side, but it's a normal book when you are reading it. And it's supposed to be the most beautiful love letters by several known people, writers like Balzac, Maria Furado. I don't know who she is, but I will learn. Victor Hugo, John Keyes, Almeida Garrett, George Sand, Edgar Allan Poe, Baudelaire. I don't know if I said it right, the name. Lewis Carroll, Catherine Mansfield, Fernando Pessoa, and I don't know if there's more than that. But it has the letters, of course, and then it has a little bit of information note to talk about the people that the letter concerns. So I thought that this would be sweet, a quick read, very quick, and probably a way for me to know a little bit of the people that I don't know, the names that are thrown in here, because I think I don't know 3 of them, and then I can from this look more about those writers. I think they are all writers of some kind. Next one, it is also Portuguese. I don't know how to translate you the precise title. It is by Bernardo Gomes de Brito, and this is basically the story of the narrative of 3 shipwrecks. I don't know how to translate this in English. It's the history of sea travel, kind of the tragedy at sea, something kind of like that. This makes sense in Portuguese, but I'm not finding the words in English. But it's basically the narrative of 3 different shipwrecks. I don't think, I might be wrong, but I think that Bernard Gomes de Brito was the editor that got all of the narratives together, because I think that the actual narratives are the ones that were written when the shipwrecks happened by people that either were on the shipwrecks or were somehow connected with with it, or were people on the era writing about. I'm gonna have to find out if that's the case, because this book doesn't have anything. And I know that there is a second volume. I know that this is the first one and there is a second one out there. So, yeah. Does this has illustrations? Kind of looks like it has illustrations in the middle. Does it? Or is... no, it doesn't. It looked for a little bit that it has, but I think it's saying here that, for example, this is the last narration, that it's written by Manuel Godin Cardoso. So yeah, I think that all the three narrations are written by different people, and Gomes Brito then did this book with him. It's things with boats and sea, so you know that I love it. This one, I don't know nothing about it, but it was dirt cheap, so I picked it up, and it is in English. It is a middle grade, an older middle grade, and it is The Secret World of Polly Flint by Helen Cresswell, illustrated by Shirley Feltz. I mean, I do not like the cover. I think the cover is really bad. But what got me into it is that I looked inside and it had cute illustrations inside. Now I cannot find anything. Here. Okay, this is one. Not my favorite. Let me see. Okay, this was the one that made me buy it, to be honest, because I really love the way the trees are drawn in here. Well, it is a middle grade. It was dirt cheap. It looks like an older middle grade children book. And I just got curious and I was like, this outing to the fair was just so disappointing that I just got this one without knowing anything about it. So yeah, those were the 4 books. So as you can see, really meager haul. I'm not pleased at all. But yeah, it happens sometimes. You cannot always come with a bag of books. I would love to be like that, but I mean, it is what it is. And now I have here 2 books that Joana from the channel Joana Eyre got me, because we found out that we live near each other in the same city. To make this story really quick, basically, when I went to the library, people kept saying that I look like another girl. And one time they called me by her name, Joana, and even used her last name. And that made me think that a week before that, I think, I talked with her on the Instagram, because she is also a booktuber, and her channel is in Portuguese. I shall leave on the description a link to her channel. She has an Instagram account where she publishes or advertises the videos that the booktubers from Portugal put out. And we talked a little bit, and I was like, I think it's her. I think they're confusing me with her, because she, on one of her Instagram photos, she shows her library card, and I can see that it's from the same city that I am, so I was like, it has to be her. I sent her a message. It was her. She was also been mistaken by me a couple of times before, and we met yesterday on the library, and we basically were like, hey, do you want to pick some books for each other, and then we read them, and have some fun. I mean, we are book lovers. What were we gonna do? First, we met in the library. We were getting new books. Of course, we had to pick books for each other because this is what book lovers do. And she picked me two books that I actually wanted to read both. One a little bit more than other, and now I'm not. I started one already, and I have already thoughts, but I'm gonna save them because I will do a video with thoughts later. And the one that I already started is Precious by Sapphire. I'm not exactly sure. I hate this cover. I totally hate this cover, but it is what it is. This is a Portuguese version of Precious, and I mean, you guys probably know the story better than I can resume it because it has a very popular movie that I have now watched. I watched the trailer and that's it. And it's about this 16-year-old girl that was molested, already had a child, and she can. I don't think she can read, and if she can read it like barely, and her life is going from bad to worse, and this is supposed to be her story, and I think it is supposed to have a good ending. I started reading this. I already have some thoughts about this, but I'm gonna save my thoughts to another video that I shall do when I read both books. And the other one was also in my to read list. And this has a movie too. And to be fair, I watched pieces of that movie. I know what's gonna happen at the end if you guys already read or watched that movie. And it's Into the Wild by John Krakauer. Don't know how they say that name. Yeah, but this is the movie cover. I mean, I don't like movie covers, but this is a good movie cover. I like this one. This is actually a really good one. I would prefer. I think there is also a better version with a picture of the actual boy, that the man that this actor is pretending to be. But for a movie cover, really like this one. Anyway, much better than this. But the cover does not make the book. It doesn't. It's a thing. Anyway, this is about Christopher McCandles. I'm sorry, the name is a little bit funny. Well, I think that he has a promisor feature. He's supposed to. I don't exactly remember if he even had a boyfriend or that sweetheart. I know that there was a girl, or maybe there wasn't. Anyway, let's forget about that part. He had a good future that he abandons to go basically with the backpack and the journal to travel through America and go live all of those emotions. And I know he ends up working in some places that he finds out along the way. And I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, he does have journals that are then used to do this this book. I'm actually really curious about the book itself. The little parts that I watched from the movie, because I haven't watched the movie at all. It was one of those cases that the movie was on TV. I think my mother was watching it, and I was probably drawing or doing sewing dolls or doing junk journals while she was watching it, and from time to time I looked up to the TV. Basically, I was doing her company and while working on whatever I was working. And yeah, really curious about this one. Don't have any thoughts yet because I haven't started watching it. So Precious and Into the Wild. I shall do I'm sorry, I'm tired. I shall do a video of this too when I read them. And yeah, this is all for now, guys. If by any chance you guys have read any of the books that I showed and you have any thoughts about it, do not spoil it for me, but do leave me a comment and let me know what you think about it. If you haven't read it but you want to read it, also let me know, because I mean, if you guys want me, I shall let you know what I think about them when I finish. I mean, this ones I will definitely do it. The other ones, not so sure. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. Bye!